Hi everybody, Jennifer Tryon here. I'm so happy to be talking about brush lettering today. You know, it's one of my favorite crafts to do. I kind of consider it a way of life, really. And I hope you're excited about it too, because I've got lots and lots of cool goodies to share. I've bought some new frames, and I'm going to make some pieces to go in them. I thought these were really super cute and versatile and easy to change up. So I'm going to basically show you how you can, you know, take some not old, but stuff that you see like this in the craft store or in the dollar store and really make it your own, with your own stamping, brush lettering, with some really kind of cool papers. All right, I'll be getting some people joining in.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of people signing in. People are saying hi.
Hi. I've got Mike, my husband, has raced home from school. Thank you for coming to film this for me. At some point, you've got to duck out to get the kids, right?
Yeah.
So then I'll be, if I'm still going by that point, which I very well could be, you know me. You'll just set the camera down and, you know, leave us to it, okay? I'm talking to you, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I'm going to log in here, too, and see if I can... Where's everybody joining from?
From Washington, North Carolina.
Nice.
A whole bunch I missed already.
Oh, that's good.
Maine.
Oh, good. That's great. It's raining here. I am just outside of Toronto, Canada, and I just got back from Tampa. I was at the HSN clearance event, and yeah, a lot of stuff got cleared out. There was some good deals to be had, so I'm glad. I heard from lots of you that many of you, you know, partook. And I'm sorry if you weren't planning to and I somehow talked you into it. But you'll be happy with getting a good deal, especially if you got some of the Christmas stuff that was really on sale. You'll be so ready for, you know, in the next few months, even though it sort of feels like we just had Christmas, you'll be starting your cards again soon. So today we are brush lettering. And I thought I would bring out this. I'm just so happy and proud and excited to show you. This is the kit. The big kit I've been working on comes with new colors of pens, lots of black and gray brush pens, and if you need a little help to get going, which we all do, I've got new alphabet stamps here that I designed, so you can take a little bit of my brush lettering home with you, upper and lowercase alphabets. I probably should have put them on a nicer... You know, but you know my work.
Someone said hi from snowy Vancouver. Snowy
Vancouver! Vancouver's more snowy than Toronto?
Yeah, go figure.
It's just global warming. Hi from Vancouver. Well, thank you for joining from Vancouver. A fellow Canadian on.
And Dina just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Hi, Dina! Okay, so let me show you the pièce de résistance. This time, instead of blank paper... Ooh, I should turn my phone off. I'm getting beeps. This time, instead of blank paper, look what we're offering up. I spent days and days and countless nights, right, Mike?
That's true, yeah.
painting, and so that you could have some great, these can be cut in 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for card fronts, but basically, so that you could have some of those watercolor florals to put your own brush lettering on. Like, so I just wanted to show you because I thought you maybe would find it interesting. This is the original that I painted. So you can see it's on the watercolor paper. It's all, and when I scanned it and put it in the computer, I shrunk it and put it this way so that you could do something like in the middle. So I thought you maybe would find it neat to see like some of the originals here. And then of course there's some that didn't make the cut, like this one. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That one didn't make the cut. But yeah, this is the big pile of original paintings, this one and this one, that basically have gone into, so there's the original of this little one. And let's see what else we've got. So, and some of these are in the auto ship. So if you watch HSN regularly, you'll know that sometimes they offer auto ship, which means they'll send you these in the mail. So I haven't gotten any of the auto ship pads yet because I literally just finished painting these like 2 weeks ago. If you follow me on Instagram, which I hope you do, just search Jennifer Tryon. you'll see lots of these. So a lot of these ones that I'm showing you the originals of are in the auto ship. So I think these ones are honestly almost nicer than the ones that are even in this pad, even though I love this pad, because it's like, I can't believe something I drew actually got published in a book for people to use. So I am a little starstruck by the actual paper pad. But I do love these paintings and I'm so glad I get to share them with you guys. But it's only if you opt for the auto ship. And there's also pens that are coming in the auto ship too. And these are just the samples because they're, so the UK sent me some samples. This is auto ship 1, which will be in June. So you're gonna get these colors. Auto ship 2 is in August, so you're gonna get like the harvest hues. So this is gonna be great for fall. So we're giving you this at the end of the summer. And then the October one's gonna be great for holidays. So these are all in the brush pen, the art liner, that has that super flexible nib. Let me show you here. So if you're new to art liner or brush pens, in order to get that variation between thick and thin, like super thin, you have to have a really flexible nib. Like you can't achieve this with a regular marker because the nib isn't flexible. So if you want to be able to, sorry, this is upside down, but if you want to be able to turn your handwriting into what looks like a font, you've got to be able to have this flexible nib. And so you see the variation between the thick here and the thin here. That is achieved by using this sort of brush pen.
Christine's saying she has trouble with brush lettering, even though she has great penmanship.
Well, that's such an interesting point, because here's what I can tell you about brush lettering. It doesn't matter if you have good or bad handwriting, because brush lettering is about learning to draw letters. Okay, so start thinking about that. And the reason you can get good at brush lettering, let's say if you're not good at drawing, is because everybody knows the shape of letters. Everybody knows how to get some of those shapes. And so let me start by giving you a few basics, okay? To teach you how to draw letters. So come on around here for a second, Mike, so that you can get over my shoulder. Oh, the other thing I should mention, since I'm sort of going through the whole gamut of the kit, the main kit comes with the black and the gray brush pens and a new set of colors, which are the Modern Essentials. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. I couldn't remember how many there are in there. These are the 8 colors. I basically, they asked me to choose the colors. The 8 colors I could not live without in a brush pen, in brush lettering. So that's what I'm bringing you here. The dark gray, the deeper red, sort of this cool modern blue along with the aqua, a dark blue, a rose color, a green, and then a blush. Everybody loves blush. Hi Kay, hi Suzette. Yeah, so these are the Modern Essentials and I love them. So anyway, I just wanted you to know what you're getting in the actual kit. Plus I wanted you to have lots of blacks and lots of grays, because the black is always what runs out first, because that's what we tend to use most often. So you're going to get 3 blacks and 3 variations of gray, just because I think those are the most popular colors or the best colors to brush letter with. So I want you to have lots of them. So that's what's happening. Okay, so I told you I was going to give you some tips on how to learn to draw letters, and that's what we need to achieve here. So what I want you to start doing, and I know what everybody thinks, everyone just wants to letter immediately, and I get it, I want to letter too, but there are strokes. I'm going to write the word strokes here so that we don't forget. See, look at, there's my handwriting. Not so great, right? Like really, I have terrible handwriting.
It's much better than mine.
Well, that's true. That's true, but that's not saying much. So strokes. So in every letter, there's an entrance stroke, and this is the entrance stroke. And I can tell you, I have filled binders of just this stroke. And so that's the entrance stroke. Entrance stroke, okay? And the entrance stroke is the little stroke that gets you into the actual letter. Often it looks a lot like the exit stroke. Sometimes the exit stroke is a bit shorter. But you can see this right here is an entrance stroke. And then the exit stroke. So every single letter, whether you're doing A, B, C, all usually start, unless you're kind of, going freestyle, start with this entrance stroke. Then I can do whatever and exit stroke. So see how I've come in here and I've lifted my pen off the page after that entrance stroke. And that this little exit mark here is going to be covered up by my actual stroke. So if I were to do a letter C now, covering up the, and then exit stroke. And this is what's going to join every letter to the next letter. Entrance strokes and exit strokes. And then you're going to get good at doing ascender and descender strokes. Okay, so you can see this is my handwriting, okay? So an ascender stroke is when you're going up, like, woo. Descender, down. Ascender, up. Descender, down. And you want to try to keep it light. Light, 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 light. And the more you practice, the less shaky. Sometimes when you're going up, it's like that. Try to do it in one swoop. That's why you have to practice your strokes. And see my hand, how I'm not going like this. I'm more going like this. It's not in your wrist, it's in your arm. So I'm much more steady when I go up like this than if I were to try to go up with just my wrist. See how your wrist will naturally shake, but you've got far more control if you go up with your whole elbow and shoulder.
Judy just finished 2 cards.
Good girl, Judy. All right, so what I can tell you about the ascender and the descender also is when you're going up, 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 up is thin, down, descender is always thick. And don't be afraid to push on the brush. You want to get the full length of the brush. You're not going to hurt it. Okay, so when you're going up, it's thin. When you're going down, it's thick. How do you know when to go up and how do you know when to go down? Mike, do you know?
No.
Okay, let's take the letter H, just like a lowercase h. So when I naturally write a lowercase h, I go down when I do the, it's literally the motion your hand makes. So I go down, then I go up, you can see, and then I make a curve, and then I go down again. So that means I've got one down, about half an up, and then I go down again. So that means I'm going to go down thick, up thin, transition to thick again. Because it's literally the way your hand is going teaches you how to draw the letter. And so when you say I have great handwriting but I'm bad at brush lettering, first, takes a little bit of practice. Second, you have to remember these rules about drawing letters. Down, up, down. Down, up thin, down thick. That's how you get that variation, and that's why, this type of lettering, like if I didn't do that, or if I, you know what I mean? If I didn't follow that rule and did thick down, it wouldn't, see what I mean? Like if I did thin down, thick up, thin down, really doesn't look the same. It just doesn't work. So that's thin down, thick, always thick down. So name a letter, any letter, it looks better. Thick down, thin up. So let's do A. When you're coming around, thin down. Now we're coming up again, so I'm starting to thin out. Always end in the center, and then cover up whatever meeting point with the next stroke. So entrance stroke, I didn't do it there. Come around, always start in the center. There's the meeting point. Cover up the meeting point. Exit stroke. Cynthia's asking where you can buy this kit. It's going to be on HSN on the craft day they're having on March 7th. So that's coming up pretty soon. They're going to have a big craft event. There's going to be tons of products. Sarah's going to be there, and there's Crafter's Companion has tons of stuff. And this whole brush lettering kit is going to be on there too. I think I have to check the time, but we'll get to that a little bit closer. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you about is when there is no like sort of natural exit. Letters that are circular, so doing like a circle stroke, these are tough. And I'm no expert, but I can tell you this is what helps. Whoops, yeah, I messed that up. So, you see how I started there and stopped there? You don't want to do that. What you want to do is go around and then thicken into the transition, up over top of your thin stroke, and finish inside your thick stroke. That way, whatever transition happened here gets gone over and you end where it's thick. Do you know what I mean? Mike, does that make sense? So if I'm starting in the center where I'm telling you to start, and you're going around, I don't want to try to stop there, because, get in really super close, Mike, because it's hard to see, but you can sort of see a little wobbly bit there where the two lines are connected. And especially when you're just starting, you might get something that's like, sort of like this, where it's thicker or it's just not quite as even until you get, you know, a little bit more control, muscle memory built up. So what I want you to do when you're doing O's or circles is go around a time and a half and then go back up and over and end in the thick. That way you've got no transition there. You've got no point where you're trying to meet up. You just end in the thick, and it can be messy as you want because it's hidden.
So people are asking about instructions or videos.
So I do have a DVD available. I don't think the DVD is going to come with this kit, but there was some talk about putting some of the chapters of the DVD on YouTube so people could follow along. So I'll follow up with the social media people about whether that might happen, because I do think that would be kind of good for people, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so what else can I... What other tips can I give you here? I think it would be up, down, thin, thick. Let's get to some actual lettering, because sometimes as I do things, you know, tips will sort of come out and I'll remember things along the way. So one of the first, what should we make here? I took out all these papers and all the stamps, but I thought I would show you if to get you started, I created all of these stamp sets, so you can do a couple of things with them. One, you can just stamp with them, and then that way you get the look, and you don't have to letter at all. Or, what I'm going to do now is show you, to get you started, how you can practice using the stamps. So I'm just going to use some blank paper here, or there's lots of free downloadable practice lettering sheets that you can download. So let's take the letter, let's say we were practicing the letter N. So I'll just take this off. Now, I'll do it in gray for now, but you could also do it in like a Versamark ink. Where did I set that? I brought it out, I thought. Anyway, don't worry about it, I'll look for it. So when you're practicing your letters at home, this is what I'd suggest. Put your letter down, put a couple of them down. Just stamp it in a light colored ink. Obviously this isn't very good stamping, but it doesn't really matter. Because the point is to practice going over top. Because the stamps are going to show you where you need to go thick and where you need to go thin. So see? Thick, 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 thick. Thin, 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 thin. Transition. And don't worry if you go off the stamp a little bit, no big deal. What I will tell you to do, if you're going to stamp and trace over it on the front of your card, so once you've done these, then keep going, because you'll have built up a bit of muscle memory about what it's supposed to look like if you trace the stamps a few times first. So, I've also done a couple of stamp sets that are going to come in the kit that are just like sentiments, words that we use pretty often in card making. And so you can either use these like happy birthday, celebrate, and some of the little flourishes. Grateful, blessed, thankful, and then love, 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 because we love love. So you can either trace over these or just use them as stamps, whatever you want. If you're doing love, let's say. All right, let me just try to find that Versamark. There it is. One sec.
If I knew what it was, I would look for it.
I know. So normally we would use Versamark, or you could use like any kind of watermark ink. Normally we would use it. Oh, look how stained mine is. Normally we would use this.
Zoom in on that. Oh yeah.
It's usually like white, that pad. Anyway. All right, this is the big love stamp. It goes way down because it has that flourish. Put the N here.
I know that's a rock block.
Yeah, something. This is a rock block. Very good, Mike. But this is an old one of the purple ones. They come in clear now. So if I'm doing this transparent ink, and I put this transparent ink down, can you see how it, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's catching light. You'll be able to see it at home. Let it dry. You'll be able to see it. And then trace over it. That way, like see up here where I missed a little bit of that tracing on the gray? Here, if I miss over the tracing, no one will ever know. It's like providing the guide without anybody knowing that the guide is underneath there. So it's a bit of a sneaky trick. Well, cheating. Isn't all stamping cheating? Some people say all stamping is cheating. But, like, what do you expect? Like, I can, like, write like a typewriter? No. So we stamp. But I think this is great. A great way, especially while you're learning to letter, to get the look, and just give yourself a little bit of a hand.
Is this available in Canada? I think she's asked a couple times.
Oh, is it available in Canada? I know. I'm in Canada, and I can't even get this. Let's hope that the shopping channel in Canada will bring it on. Let's start a letter writing campaign. Or maybe it'll go on Amazon.ca or something like that. I know, I always feel so bad because like I live in Canada and I go to HSN and I can't even buy my own stamp set. It's true because I don't have an American credit card. Which actually saves me when I go there. Do you know how broke it would be if I could buy? Because you just sit there all day and think, I really do want this. Anyway, so that's my little tip for if you want to, let's say, stamp the word love or blessed or something in the middle of a card, but you don't want to run the risk of not seeing it. And now, if you have a hard time seeing, and I know some of our super fans do, so you could use like a yellow or a gray or some kind of other color. Hey, you could do black if it shows through, or like it's not the end of the world by any stretch. But I'm just saying if you don't want to see it at all, use gray, yellow, or the Versamark. That would be my suggestion.
Someone asked earlier, a long time ago, what's the difference between this and calligraphy?
Okay, so calligraphy is done with a quill, like a special ink nib, all right? And I do have a drawer full of those, which I could shove over. Here, come over here. I'll get some out. So it is the same principle, though. Where are some of those pins? Maybe they're here. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can find a nib. I do have a box full of them somewhere.
Well.
Anyway, you know what I mean? Like those old-fashioned quill, like they're a metal nib and you have to dip the ink in. But it's the same principle as the thick and the thin. This is what's referred to, brush lettering is what's referred to as modern calligraphy, where you do it with a brush pen, but it's exactly the same principle of thin and thick, thin and thick. There you would just dip the ink. So that would be the difference. Old school sort of 80s calligraphy you did with like a chisel tip. And I would say that's just out.
Paula doesn't think she can learn.
What? Paula. Of course you can. Don't be silly. If you like it and you're motivated, that's sort of also a key, and you want to do it, what I would suggest is at night when you're in front of the TV, get a binder, 3-hole punch a bunch of your paper, and just start practicing. That's it. You'll be surprised. I only started doing this, how long ago would you say, babe?
2 summers ago?
Yeah, like two years
I know
ago.
you spent the summer.
I spent a hardcore summer, right? Really addicted to it.
Yeah.
And now look. Amazing. So you can do it. You really can. If you like the look and you're, you know, committed to trying, I know you can do it. All right, let's make something out of these cool papers. I'll take the camera if you need to get going. 5 minutes? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I was thinking of doing maybe a little somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah?
Yeah.
Quote. So this is where the fun comes in, where you can just start thinking up. So spring is coming. So I'm like, all right, I should do some spring things and then I'll put them around the house.
Interesting one. Is it harder and smaller print? Brush lettering, like the size of the font.
So what I would suggest if you want to go really small is okay, so it is a little bit harder. It is a little bit harder. So let's do where I'm trying to stay just inside this square here. So I'll give you a couple tips. One, you could do it in printing instead. So the same would apply. Like, you have a little bit more control when you aren't doing script. And if you want to go like, the other thing I should have said, and especially when you're doing it small, is to go extremely slowly.
And like different fonts, letter designs are possible?
Totally. So if you want to do something like the other day I did this on Instagram where I'm like, that looks totally different. And then you could do like in different colors. I'm just like making this up as I go. So like, let's say, you know what I mean? Like, let's say you did something like that and then you wanted to like put some flames around it or something, like kind of add it with some stamping. Like if you can find a quote on Pinterest or if you have a favorite like Bible verse or something like that, you can letter it. You can totally letter it. And I would always suggest mixing up your fonts. So if you were to do a piece like, I don't know, let's say I was really doing like Light My Fire. Like I really would do, you know, light in some font. Well, let's just do it. Actually, this is what I did on Instagram the other day. Find My Fire. So let's do find like this. And then just change up. Remember to stop in the middle. And then the other thing that is really, really fun to do is like birth announcements on the front of a card where you could letter out the baby's name and then do the numbers instead. In like a block print, but the baby's name in like the nice flowy cursive. That's really cool too. But yeah, you're gonna get this home and you're gonna practice up doing all kinds of different styles. Basically any kind of shape of letter you can dream up, as long as you practice the principle of down going thick, up going thin, you can come up with like all kinds of different fonts. For example, this was the first stamp set that was on in brush lettering right here. So you can see this font. Can you kind of take a see? And then look at the difference between this font just by thickening it up, changing the style. Like look at the difference between the A and the A. Can you see? Is it hard to?
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, the difference between the A and the B, like the A, B, C.
Penny's having a hard time figuring out how to do a capital P.
Okay, and that's where the stamps will really come in handy. So capital P, you can do a couple of different ways, okay? So you can just, and when I'm doing like a straight back of a letter, like a B or a P or an L or an M, anything that has that sort of big straight back, always put a little arch in it. See how that's just, it's not totally straight? This is totally straight. This has a little arch in it. Can you tell the difference?
You can see it on the first one,
yeah.
Yeah. The last one too.
Yeah. The P that or the back that has a little arch in it always looks better. Watch now if I do it straight. So that's a little tip. Give your backs like a little bit of an arch. So that if you're just doing a straight up. And if you're doing like a capital P and you want to just make it like prettier, add a flourish. Or just keep the, and add your flourish, like come around, like, you know what I mean? Like there's all kinds of ways you can do a bunch. In fact, I've seen Amanda R. Neal, who's like a great letterer on Instagram, fill pages with just different, all the same letter, but trying to do one in every style she possibly can. So I'm going to set this down here. And if anyone else has any other like letters they want me to do or anything they want me to write, let me know. Mike's going to go pick up the kids and I am going to continue with the camera myself. Oh, Sherry's a lefty. We always get the lefty questions, and it is true, Sherry, you will have a little bit of a harder time. You won't make a mess because this absorbs into the paper almost right away. Like you're not going to smear it. There are tons of left-handed letterers out there. I think the Postman's Notch is one of them. And she has tons of tips for lefties. Is lefty with an IE? The other suggestion I'll give to you is when you have a center line, see how I messed this up? When you have a letter that has a center line, don't do this. Do this instead. L, E, F. So see how the E and the F both have center lines here? Put them in the same place. See how I did up here? I put the cross of the F. And now bring the Y to match down. See how these all sort of are on the same midline or waistline? Yes. Lefties unite. Or untie, as the case may be, Debbie. LOL. I have a hard time making a pretty capital C. Okay, so a pretty capital C. So in the stamp set, it's pretty basic. It's just sort of an up and a down. So every C should basically look like that. What you want to do with your C is think, what else could you do? Like, could you give it a little this ahead of time? Now, granted, that kind of looks like an E, but if you're doing like the word cool or something like that, it'll become apparent. Or just make your flourish like a little less obvious. Don't have it come around. And string it out like that. I've also seen it where you kind of come up. Although that kind of looks like a big L, so I don't really love that. What else have I seen done with a C? Like obviously coming in and up, like, although I kind of think that looks old-fashioned. All right, how about we make a card? Oh, I just dropped the big score. All right, yes, card. Let's make a card. And I will do a little bit of stamping and a little bit of freehand writing. How about that? Why don't we start with the stamping? And since we're coming on to spring, I was trying to think of like some of the paper patterns that were most springish. So I pulled out some of these ones. I trimmed this one down. I also trimmed this little wreath down, which I think is so, so cute. What else did I pull out to make? So this was the one I thought people might be kind of interested in doing as like a framed piece. I thought maybe we could do like an Easter in here, and we'll stamp it out. So let's say, you know, you're just getting started and you're just going to get this home, and, you know, lettering it out yourself is too much to ask. So let's just stamp the word Easter and see how easy it is to just, you know, come up with it, get the look without having to do all of the lettering yourself. So somewhere on this messy desk of mine, I've already laid out, but they're clear, so that's the trouble here. All right, let's come like this for a second. All right, you're going to see the lights of the craft room here. Sorry while I flip this. That's my office. Oh, hi. Bear with me because now I'm my own camera person. All right, let's find this on my messy desk. All right, I don't want to mess up the auto ship pens because I have to send those back. This is what I tell the kids. If you're trying to find something, clean up. Oh, you love the paper with the banner on it? Thank you. I love this paper too. All right, it has to be where I'm not looking. I'm gonna look. Come on. I'm coming. All right, maybe we don't do that one first if I really can't find it. All right, I'm setting you guys down. What are the auto ships option? Okay, while I'm looking for this, I'll run through the auto ship because, to be honest, I think the auto ship is as good as the main bundle. And I think what actually happened is I started drawing and painting the main pad, like this main pad, paper pad, and got it in. So this is the main pad of paper here. Let's see if I can give you guys a little preview. Oh, you lose things when you clean up? Oh, I gotta find that. Anyway, so this is the main pad. You're getting 2 of each. What's the mad face? You're getting 2 of each design. So in case you mess up, or in case you want to do doubles and give one as a gift or something like that. 2 of each design. And then you're also going to get some of them, like some of the designs as like card fronts. So that pad of paper is really great. But, oh, there they are. That's what I was looking for. But what I wanted to show you in the auto ship, and I don't have those pads printed out yet, but I do have the original paintings here. Oh, this one didn't make the cut. If you like this one, sorry, didn't make the cut. These are some of, because they come out later in the year. But these are some of the designs that are in the auto ship. So these are the actual ones I printed. And oh, don't you love this one? I love this one. I love this one. I like the ones with the, and there's also some that are just in ink, like just in pen. They're not all colored in. It's sort of a harvest one. I like these ones. So these are in the auto ship. Ooh, this I did with washi tape. You could do this too. So when you get the pad, see some of the designs and then maybe you could paint them like that. Lots of big florals like this, so you could do like a, you know, some sort of message. This is one of the just black and white ones that's just done in ink. So you can, so I did a couple of these because then you could either color them in with your Spectrum Noir markers, any color you want. Will the new set of stamps be? Yes, the stamps are going to come with the kit. You don't have to buy those extra at all. So, oh yeah, what's this? Oh, that's the original. That's the printed. Pretty good, huh? Original. That's in the pad that you got, and this is the big one of the pad that you got. Big one of the pad that you got. What else? Oh yeah, here's more. This one's in the auto ship. I came in late. Could you please show what comes in the main bundle? For sure. Let me just go through the some of the patterns while I finish this, and then I will show you the main bundle. This one comes in, and I've put it in a few places. Oh, I love this one too. Yes, these stamps, Ruthie, are different than the ones that were in the original pack. New alphabet, plus there's word stamps and flourishes that come in the new packs. So anyway, this just a, oh, I love this one too. Don't you love that one? So the paper is not watercolor paper. It's meant to be used with your alcohol markers or with your Spectrum Noir marker or with the art liner marker. See, this one's kind of gold. Aw, thanks, Melissa. You're going to be super talented too. You're going to be pumping these out. And that's what's great about brush lettering, especially when you have the background already done. You can do like so many so fast. Okay, so those are just a few. There are a lot more. Okay, can I just have a little applause for how long it took to paint all these? Thanks, guys. Okay, so I found the stamps, the letter stamps, because I think I want to stamp out the word Easter. Very, very simple, easy to do on these backgrounds. So I just wanted to show you how quickly and easily, you know, you can get some of these. Oh, thank you. People are like actually putting the hands. That's so funny. Although I guess I did ask for that. Okay, I'll turn it around so you guys don't have to look at the ceiling or me as much. Is that too sideways or can you guys see? All right, on my rocker block, I'm basically putting the first half of the word Easter. E-A-S-T. So east, basically. And I'm just gonna ink it up with just some plain Simon Says stamp dye ink. You could use your aqua markers as ink for this, distress ink, whatever you have. Doesn't really matter, as long as it's the color you want. Now, make sure it's good and inked up because I'm not using a Misty here, so I'm not going to be able to stamp over it again. And you know what I should have done was measured this out first, but I think I'll be okay. If you want to check it, you can do it. Watch this. This is a good little trick. I'm using some of the acetate here. Put it down, and then you can sort of and then you can take it off. But anyway, that's just to make sure it fits. So I'm inking it up really well. The dye-based ink will sort of spread out over time. That's right. If you fail at the lettering, or I'm not going to say if you fail at it, more like while you're practicing getting good at it, you can use the stamps so that you're not having to wait like through 6 months of practice in order to get the look I know you want. So I'm going really slow to make sure all of the ink transfers down. So there's the East in Easter. And now I need to pull I'll take these letters off. And I'm going to use the ER again. E and R. Let's just see if that's going to, I need to make it a little more squished together, I think. What do you guys think? Yeah? All right. So I hope you guys will share this video if you are liking it or have some crafty friends on your own feeds, because that really always helps us do these videos and get people to watch and kind of have a big crafty following. So there's no better compliment than if you share it. So if you could do that for me, I would so appreciate it. And I hope you'll find me on all social media. Like, go find me. If you like just a quick hit of creativity, Instagram is for you. Go and find me on Instagram. I'm constantly posting there. Isn't that nice? Oh gosh, we gotta frame that up a bit. I'm gonna put this on some background paper. Let's use some double-sided tape or something and get a real like print going. Yeah, that's my good time too. All right, look at this. This is gonna look nice. And you know, I could put a ribbon here, or let's say like some twine like this. Okay, that's what I'm doing, twine. Where could I find that? Oh gosh, I should have been ready, hey? This is the thing with crafting. Like, I know sometimes we watch videos and everything's like super ready to go and everybody's like, that's just, what can I say? It's just not my style. I just craft for real along with you guys. All right, so I'm going to use some double-sided tape since I'm totally out of tape runner. So this you just lay down, tear off. Lay down, tear off. Whoops, don't go way over here. What's the name of this tape anyway? Totally blank, but that's what happens, right? You get stuff in your stash and you're like, when did I get that? That's pretty useful. How come I haven't used that in a while? Aw, Sherry, that's nice to hear. Thank you. All right, so then you just rip the backing off and then you're left with this nice line of adhesive. Okay. Oh, thanks for sharing, you guys. I see lots of people are sharing, so thank you. Just gonna add this on, make sure it's somewhat centered. How big are the stamped letters? Well, they're about an inch. Like, I'll show you, like, here's the A and the T. So I'll show you on my ruled mat here, which is 1 inch. So there's the A. Can you see that down there? And there's the T. And then the lowercase letters, where the heck did I put those now? Who knows? But you can see the words here. They all are about between 1 inch and 2 inches. The Grateful is like sort of ½ an inch for the main, and then maybe like a full inch with the G kind of coming down. Colleen, you haven't missed it. We're still going. We're still going, girl. And okay, so I just, if you're joining, stamped out Easter. So if you aren't totally where you can letter this yourself yet, you can stamp it in an ink. Or, for example, I was saying earlier, you could stamp it in like a Versamark ink. If you stamp in Versamark first, then that will leave sort of a clear impression or a clear kind of guide for you to letter over top. And then if you don't totally go over top of your tracing, no one will really notice because it's clear. Only you really can see it. So I'm just making basically some matting for my print here. And like you could do this with any holiday. So I've just done Easter, or you could write like Happy Spring, or you name it, you can do it. Taking off the back. So the pen colors are, you're going to get 2 packs of pens. So sorry, this is upside down. This is the Modern Essentials, so it's coming with like the kind of the blush color, like a really kind of cool green color. Although I wouldn't say the cap is quite as close as what the actual color is. Why don't I actually show you them? Man, do I ever get sidetracked? I should really just finish what I'm doing, but. So yeah, the green, you're getting like more of a rose, like a cool blue color. It's like a gray blue, the kind of teal, the baby kind of robin's egg blue. Yes, these are all new colors, Ruthie. And then you're getting like kind of a deeper red. And then of course, a really cool charcoal gray. Plus I'm going to give you, because I know 9 times out of 10, you're going to reach for black and you're going to reach for gray. It's sort of, at least I do. So I'm going to give you 3 blacks and 3 different shades of gray. That way you've always got extra good neutral, you know, when you're doing all your practicing and stuff, you've got lots of those pens to use. So you're not using your nice colors for your practice. Plus you're going to get the stamp sets. So all the word stamps here, like the happy birthday, the celebrate, the blessed, grateful, love. There's 3 word stamp sets. And you're getting the uppercase alphabet, the lowercase alphabet, and you're getting that beautiful pad of paper. So, gosh, that's a lot of stuff. I wonder how much that's going to be. As you know, they never tell us the price, so I wish I could tell you it was going to be free, but it's probably not. Okay, let's take a look at this a little larger. That looks good. And now if I put a little hole punch here, like here and here, and then some twine, I think that's going to make like a really nice, it's going to make like a really nice print. It's the kind of thing you can pull out year after year and just like hang on a doorknob or put on the bottom of, like, let's say you put a big Easter wreath up here and then you could hang this underneath. That's pretty cool. Okay, so one down. I'll put the string on that later. Let's get to a little more lettering. Let's do a bit of, let's do another stamped one here. This time I'll stamp it in the Versamark because, just in case you didn't hear that tip earlier or see it, I will show you how to do it if I can find where I put the stamp now. Could I be messier? Honestly, like my mom would say, I know, I tried to tell you. But I am, my craft desk. In fact, this entire room is becoming just a heap. Are there new colors in the auto ship? Well, good question. And here they are. I do have the auto ship colors. This isn't the real packaging. You can see because I labeled it auto ship 2. Auto ship 1. So you can see auto ship 1 comes in June. And these are the colors you're going to get. Cute, right? And then auto ship 2 comes in August. This has obviously not been brush lettered, as you can see my handwriting. And that's when you're going to get all your fall colors. These are called the Harvest Hues. And then more new colors are going to come in October. And that's where you're going to get all these like nice jewel tones for the holidays. You have all the pens from before. That's good. So these are all new pens. So the pens that you have from before, you'll have all new colors. You'll have no repeats. So if you bought the brush lettering set last time and you liked it, you'll be able to add to your set. So yeah, different pens this time. All right, so what do you guys think? Should I take the word blessed or thankful? What do you guys like? Okay, so Sandra came in late. The last kit that was on HSN had a different alphabet. So this was the alphabet last time. This is the alphabet this time, upper and lowercase. The markers are all different colors this time. This time you're also getting the 24 pad of paper with all of these designs to put your brush lettering on. Okay, blessed. I'll do blessed. You're getting all of these to put your brush lettering on, which is what I'm using right now. And there's an auto ship option. So you're getting tons of stuff. I like that this is a very bulky kit. So yeah, there's lots and lots that you're getting this time around. To sort of, you know, you'll be outfitted basically. All right, so I'm going to take my rocker block, which is buried over here, and I'm just putting the word blessed. And I'm going to use the Versamark. And that's going to provide sort of a transparent guide for the stamping. So now, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but wait till the light kind of hits the... Wait, can you see where it sort of says blessed? I can see it here, but hang on, let me see if it goes this way better. Oh, there it is. See how it says blessed? So I can see that in real life very, very, like, clearly. However, you can see how hard it is for anyone else to see. So when you're just starting out and wanting to stamp and trace, this is a really great way to do it. So I'm going to take, what color should I do? Maybe the gray. So I'll take the gray that comes in the, see, this is the thing, I always have the colors, but I always go for gray and black, so I'm glad you're getting extra of those. And then I'm basically going to use the traced lines as my guide. So remember what we were talking at the beginning, that's thin up, thick down. Thin up, thick down. And don't worry if it's not super great to start. And always lift your pen off the page when you transition between letters. I would keep these stored horizontally, but honestly, I carry these all over the place and they're always fine. But as a rule, I store my pens horizontally and always behind a great mess of things. But yes, horizontally. The Versamark really does not ruin the tip. I've been doing it a while. These tips are pretty hardy. It really does not ruin the tip. So I'm just tracing over it. And going up, I see that big flourish. Blessed. Will the auto ship include more black and gray also? Ooh, good question. Well, this is the auto ship, so no, it doesn't. I wonder if they would make just the black and gray available on its own. They might, you know. They might make these available. They might be on hsn.com just on their own. But you are getting 3 of each to start. So that'll do you a while. Trust me, that will do you a while. Okay, let's mat this up too and see what we can turn it into. See, these cards come together so quick because if you had to paint all of this, which of course I did and it took a while. Actually, I think I painted this live with you guys one time. I painted, if you were to scroll back on my Facebook feed, I bet you could find me painting that exact wreath. I remember going live that day. So if you're the kind of person who likes to sort of like shop local and support like local people, you know what I mean? Like that whole trend to do that. Yeah, you're literally getting my actual work. It's not like this is being pumped out of some like, I don't know, design factory somewhere. It was literally me in my basement craft room. So yeah. All right, there we go. And I just cut a piece. You know I had to measure ahead of time. Oh, Faye, he's asking, wait, what? Auto ship? So if you're watching on HSN in the US on March 7th, there's going to be a big craft day, and the auto ship so you can buy the main kit and if you want, you can opt for auto ship, which means you will get sent not only the main kit you can get, but 3 new colors will arrive. One in June, one in August, and one in October. And then you'll have new colors before they even come out, before you can even buy them anywhere else. They'll just show up at your door, that's happy mail for sure. And then you'll also get like 3 new pads of paper, background papers. Oh gosh, I did my nails and now I'm basically useless. I can't get anything off. All right, let's make sure I do this the right way. Oh, should I put a bow? I should put a bow on this. Maybe we'll put like a little peach bow like right around here, like it's a wreath at the bottom. Yes, the auto ship is going to include 3 new pads during those months also. I don't have the pads yet, but lots of people will know if they were joining earlier that I do have the originals still. So I was flipping through some of the original paintings that will make up the auto ship. So these are some of the originals. So if you're wondering what's going to be in the auto ship, these are some of the actual drawings that I did. Honestly, I think it's called Express tape, like this. It's old. I've had it in there for a long time. So yeah, this is one of the ones I did in just black ink. I just did it like this because I thought maybe you might want to choose the colors that you color in, and then you can shade it out with either your pencil crayons or you could shade it with your Spectrum Noir markers, because it's going to be on Spectrum Noir alcohol paper, so you can color on it no problem. This is also one of the wreaths that's in the auto ship that you can color yourself. Honestly, sometimes I look at this and I was like, how did I draw that? That's sort of cool. I don't think this one made the cut. Oh, look. This is what I actually painted. Where's that circle one? There's a circle in here somewhere. Oh, look at these. So these are also some of the auto ship ones. But there's a circle one that I painted in here somewhere. And look, this one. And this is what I did. I laid this down. And then I painted all around it. So there's a little tip if you want to do some watercoloring. Use a mask like this. Okay, let's do one more thing before we call it a day, shall we? How about I do a little freehand lettering, since I already did lots of stamping on the Easter sign and the blessed. So blessed, Easter. Let's do something to put in one of these nice frames. Woo, that's a flare of light. The auto ship does not have new stamps, but that would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's start a petition. New stamps, new stamps. All right, what should we... okay, let's see what people are going to vote for. Should I do the rainbow or the florals? What do you guys think? I'm just going to wait for the first comment to come up. Rainbow or florals? Thank you. Hi, Tracy. Yes, you made it. You're not too late. So the next one that's going to get floral. Okay. All right. And let's do, what should I write? I need an inspirational quote. Oh, someone's saying rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow comes to mind, and then I could maybe stamp. They should put the ones that didn't make the cut into a... Ooh, download. You know what? I could do that. The ones that didn't make a cut, I could put them on my blog or on Facebook or something like that and just upload them. Why not? All right, I'm going to use this nice blue. And let's do this like a home sign. Like, let's just... Should we do like home sweet home or... what about love lives here? I love doing that. Love lives here. Or... hello spring. Happy spring. Okay, happy spring. Sounds good. So what I would suggest when you are doing freehand is to, even though you're freehanding it, you still need to be, oh, bloom where you are. Oh, that's nice too. Bloom where you are. Okay, bloom where you are. Good, good, good. Whatever. They're all good. Honestly, if you keep suggesting them, then I'll just keep changing because you know me. You know me. Squirrel! All right, so I'm using a T square ruler here. Or bloom where you are planted. How about that? So I'm squaring it up, and I am going to put the lines. Bloom. Where you are... And then I'm just going to erase them afterwards. And you know, when you're freehanding too, feel free. If you want to do it in pencil first, it's a really good way because you can always erase it. You're not going to erase the pen after. It's no big deal. So let's try it like, I'm going to do a little bit of pencil first, especially for the bloom because I want the bloom to be nice and, you know, flourishy. Okay, I think I have an idea here. Let's just go for it. If I mess up, well, you know. But I am going to go slow, and I'm probably not going to talk while I'm writing because, well, you know me. My brain can only do so many things, so let's do this. See how sometimes I do this ahead of time? I try to get the muscle motion before and the sizing before I go for it. So here, I think I probably want to do just printed letters. So I could use some fine line markers, which are more of a bullet tip, or I can just stay with where I am and switch up the color. I could probably do in a gray. Let's do this first. So I have a bit of wear. So just a little outline of where you. So And now we'll go back to the blue and do a big, and now I want my P, I think this could have a little extra flourish here. So this is starting to look, I want my P to look similar to the B. So let's, bloom where you are planted. And then we can get rid of the pencil marks. And so basically you can have like one frame that hangs in your hall, and every few weeks you can switch out your quote. I had one for a while like upstairs in like where the kids are, that's like, you can do hard things and, you know, make good choices. Don't hit your sister, you know, those kinds of things. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of that tape just on the back, just so it doesn't slide. Not a lot, because I don't want the frame to get too mucked up. Aw, thanks, Alexa. Hi, Annie. And like that didn't take much time at all. And again, if you aren't really comfortable doing that yourself just yet, then just stamp it. Use the stamps instead. Okay, let me just move this around. That'll be nice. And like didn't take much time, hey? Okay, so I've got one more frame, so do you want me to do one more, or is everybody ready to call it a day? I can do the rainbow one, even though everyone said do the florals. I may as well do it since it's right here. I'll do a mix of stamping and lettering here. So I'll do somewhere over the, I'll do that freehand, and then here I'll stamp rainbow, and I'll stamp it in a rainbow of colors. How about that? All right. So in pencil first, I'm going to write the somewhere because I want to make sure that the spacing works out. And if I do that, too much freehand. So I think I need to space this out more. Don't be afraid to erase. Will you be selling that frame? Ha! Nah, I just picked that up at Michael's. I think it was a buy one, get one. Oh gosh, the kids are home. So wait for it. There will be a stampede momentarily. All right, somewhere over the, and then I'll stamp rainbow down here. So I'm going to do that in the gray because I don't want it to take away. All right, can you guys see? All right, I'm going to get this nice and low. Sorry for the jiggling around here, folks. Hi, you're back. That was fast.
The an hour. You need some help?
No, that's okay. I'm okay right now. So some. Now I'm not trying to trace over these pencil lines because I'm going to erase them after. So if I go over it, it's really no problem. It's just to give me a guide. So see on the M, I'm not trying to get over top of the, because I'm practicing my thick and my thin here, which of course I can't do with the pencil. Remember, go all the way around again, the half time, and stop inside the thick part, so you don't have that meeting in the middle. If you're just joining, later on tonight you could watch the beginning of this feed, and then that's where I really do sort of like the lesson in how to achieve some of this. And thank you so much for sharing this, those of you that had. It really does help. So, and then next to maybe I will do the stamping, where I'll use some of the stamps in the set to write rainbow sort of down here. So I'll take my rocker block, take my blessed off. All right, get this a little higher up. So if you're just joining, you can see what we made a little bit earlier with some of the stuff in the kit. We just finished this frame piece, Bloom Where You Are Planted. We did this cute Easter sign. And this card, Blessed. And they all come together so quickly. So now we're on to project number 4. Plus we did a whole little like lettering lesson at the beginning. So if you wanted to re-watch this back a little bit later on, it'll stay posted on the Crafters Facebook page. So use it as a reference for sure. You can come back and watch it when you get your kit home or whatever. And then you'll be able to, you know, get a little lesson again, because sometimes you don't remember the whole time. All right, so I'm gonna stamp them and then place them. Or sorry, place them and then I'm gonna ink them up. And I'm gonna go in reverse rainbow order. How about that? So I set out these inks. So let's start with, do I have, all right, let's go here. So let's do a bit of blue, and then the A. I'll do a little bit of blue on that A, and then go green. I want to make sure I'm... So, you know, another thing that you could do here that might even be a better idea is use your, excuse me, use your aqua pens. If, like, those can totally serve as, oh my gosh, I have something in my throat. Those can totally serve as ink pads too. So blue, then what comes after the green? Green. I'm just gonna ink this down here so I don't get it on the A. Whoops. Well, I guess that's gonna work. I could do these one at a time. Maybe that would have been better, like stamp, ink, but it's gonna be more dramatic this way. Okay, what's after then? It's yellow. Hi, Margie. Thanks for joining in. And then let's do a little bit of that on still on the B so that it sort of transitions over. I like doing that ombre. It's sort of cool. B. O. A little bit of more orange on the O. And red. And then the W will be totally red. And now the reason why I decided to go in reverse is because the most predominant color on the rainbow print is red. And so if I made the R red, I felt like it was gonna be, then there'd be like really dominant red. So instead, to balance things out, I decided to go in reverse order. So that's the method to my madness here. And hopefully this works. If not, well, I have another one in the kit. I can always try again. So there's the rainbow. Let's get it down here. And now I'm going really slow, watching the ink, making sure I'm getting it transferring everywhere because it's not just black. And I'm using like a dye-based ink here. Well, not a great stamp, but I'm going to let it dry because often ink will spread out a little bit more when it dries. But you get what I'm doing here. Whoops. Let's get this in a... Oh, maybe this frame. Maybe I should switch out these two frames. Put this one in here. So I'll trim this one down maybe and put it in this one. That's gonna look cute. So any last questions about what comes in the kit? You know you're getting the extra, you're getting the pens, the extra blacks and grays, plus you're getting the modern essentials. So these are all new colors. And this is going to be on the big craft day on March 7th. Sarah's going to be there. There's going to be lots of great stuff. So you won't be disappointed. This is going to be on at some point that day too. But you know Sarah, she's always got great things coming in. And if you stay tuned to the Crafters Companion Facebook page, she'll have lots more sneak peeks in the days and week ahead before the big craft day. So yeah, you're going to get the 2 sets of pens, you're going to get the stamp sets, the alphabet upper and lower along with the stamp sets, plus you're going to get the fabulous background papers. Can you still get the older letter set? You'd have to look on hsn.com. I don't know if they're sold out or not, but you could also try crafterscompanion.com. This is what the older alphabet set looks like. There's an upper and a lower like that. Oh yeah, next time blow warm air or huff on your stamp. Good idea, Michelle. So this is the pad that you'll be getting with it. So lots of seasons in there, lots of like very creative things you can come up with. And then again, there's also the auto ship option. And so the auto ship option for June, you can see my really efficient filing system here. Auto ship June gives you all these nice summery spring colors. And then auto ship August, even though it's still summer, we're going to give you your fall, like the harvest hues. And then auto ship in October are all these nice jewel tones that are perfect for the holidays. And of course, I don't have the pads yet for the auto ship because they're literally not printed. But these are the originals that I painted. So if you're wanting to see some of the artwork that comes in the auto ship that will show up at your door, ready for you to letter or stamp on. You can see I just did that with some skinny washi tape. So maybe that'll inspire you to use your aqua pens too. Once you get the pads in the auto ship, you can look through a lot of them and see how I did them and make some more yourself. How much are the additional auto ship? Oh boy. They never tell us the prices. I'm sorry. Oh look! This is one of the ones that didn't make the cut. I actually never finished this one, but I can show you the technique because the washi tape is still on here. See, look. Peel the washi tape off, and then that's how you get that cool watercolor line. The pads are 9 by 12. 9 by 12. So If you want them to fit like an 8x10 frame, you can cut them down a little bit. It gives you lots of options. Oh, no, not 9x12. Hold on. 8.5x11. Sorry, I was looking at the black paper, which I also have on my desk, that's going to come with the metallic pens. This is the new black paper. I love those metallic pens too. If you are into brush lettering, oh my gosh, you have got to get those metallic pens too. You want to know what? While I have you, I should grab those metallic pens. Where are they? Because those are something else to letter with. Where did I put them? Just a sec. You guys look at, what could you look at? Here's some of the other pieces that are coming in the auto ship. Well, I see what I did with those pens. They are around here somewhere. I would love to just give you one little, oh, here they are. I'm sure there'll be lives and Sarah will be on with these too. But just to really show you with the black, since you guys are all here and we all have brush lettering on our minds. So this was what I did on Instagram the other day. So if you're not on Instagram, go and find us on Instagram, because this is where I'm doing all those just little quick lettering videos. And I'm just gonna do a quick Happy Friday. So here are the rare minerals and then the precious metals. So these are like sort of your colored metallics, and then these ones are your gold. And I'm really not supposed to be doing metallics today, but we're doing brush lettering, so just bear with me. I'm just on a roll. Is there auto ship for the metallic pens? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's do happy. Look at this on the black. Isn't that great? Remember, exit stroke, thick down. Remember I did that curve. It's not totally straight. And then let's choose another color for Friday. Is it Friday? I think so. I love the nib on these. Don't be afraid to push down to get that thick. Okay, so that's it. Happy Friday. I'm so glad you guys all into our brush lettering extravaganza today. And I hope you will be tuning in to all of us on March 7th. We will be at HSN for the big craft event. Yeah, and I'll be at HSN again March 1st for a little sewing demo. So you can watch me there. And I hope you will share this video with your crafty friends, and so that they can get the brush lettering bug too. And go and find me on all social media. You can just search for Jennifer Tryon, and then that's where I'm posting lots of like little quick brush lettering videos, and all my crafty escapades are being sort of chronicled over there. So thanks for watching, you guys. Bye!